Your Insta.
AJ, my personal Insta, AJ__global. GLOBAL. AJ__global.
All right, so I got 2 down and 6 to go, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy all of them.
Yeah.
So we're in this park in front of Big Ben and the London Eye, and they've got statues of all these like iconic people that played parts in history. But I got a Gandhi. If you scroll back far enough on my 2Js, I took a picture here with the Gandhi statue because I have a Gandhi tat on my leg. Ian Smuts. Yo, so I think I just found one of the craziest pairs I've ever seen at Presented By. It's a one-of-one sample of the Fragment 1. So one of the things that you're gonna notice definitely different than the original pairs or the release pair is that the colors are somewhat inverted, right? On the Fragment, this is all blue. As you can see here, this is black. The leather is somewhat similar. This feels a little bit stiffer. What I've also noticed is on this pair the embossment is a lot deeper than the release pair. What was the price tag on this?
We actually never put a price on it.
I think he told me 8,000.
We're selling it at 8,000. Yeah.
8,000 pounds, which is 9,100 US dollars, and this is my size.
We could do 7 if you really want it.
So that winds up being 8,100 US. Is this worth 8,000 y'all? I don't know. They're dope, but damn, 8 bandos, boy. I've never even seen these. This is actually Riz's pair, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So this is owned by one of the owners of Presented By and one of the owners of Crep Protect. You would, Riz. You would have these.
Yo, it's your boy JC, back at it again with another video. Sneakercon London, about to fuck some shit up. Let's have a little wonder. Oh.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Danny D, here at it, Sneakercon London. Jay, how you been, man?
Not too bad, you know. Another shoe, another day. Got that the wrong way around. Another day, another shoe.
Let's go try to buy some shit. These are getting harder and harder to find clean, man.
Oh, that one. You know the worst of it? I had them originally, and then I sold them, and he won for a picture, and then I ended up buying them back, and I've just kept them in plastic.
Kill it today.
It's like a little too big for you, man. Yeah. It's like a canoe for you.
Yeah, this is like 3 sizes too big for me.
You can put a few pairs of socks on.
you have more sizes of these though?
I don't know. He's not here at the moment.
Okay, so he's got you doing all the dirty work?
Sorry?
He's got you doing all the dirty work? I need these, bro. First time Jordan's done purple on a Jordan 1. This one's really nice, man.
Yeah. 4,500 euro next. But this one they make only 4. This,
Yeah, this is
because
the-
it's the big size. So they make only 4 pairs.
Yeah.
It's got like sample sample clothing, sample hats.
Where you from?
From Norway.
Oh shit.
I send you a lot of messages, but you don't answer.
It's not that I don't. Very busy. Yeah, man. I need to. I'll be honest. I need at this point. I need to hire an assistant to just handle all my messages. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
This also
I have
on the
one.
list you have. But that one you have? No, no.
I passed on that one. Yeah,
Because
both were on. They're dope.
can we make a photo?
Yeah, come on.
See the name? Sneaker necessities.
Okay. You caught that? Sneaker necessity. Okay.
Okay.
Cool, man. Thank you,
Can
bro.
I give you something, 1 cup? Sample? Nice. 1 for you and 1 for you.
Thank you, man.
Sample.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
My pleasure.
First pickups of the day, boy. Life. People ask me, how can I get through the day? How can I get through the day? It's just eating shit like this. So we're gonna go check out this line. I was like, wait a minute, I don't know. First off, tell them who you are. What's your Instagram?
So I'm Tom. My Instagram's
So-
tom.wbolton, and I've got into fashion recently and reselling. So yeah.
How old are you?
12.
Okay.
Love Sneakercon and Crep Protect. I always use Crep Protect. So yeah.
Plug. So you said you're 12?
Yeah, I'm 12.
All right. What was the first sneaker that you bought?
First ever sneaker was Yeezy V2 Red Stripes
Okay.
at Sneakercon 2 years ago.
At Sneakercon 2 years
Yeah.
ago. What did you pay?
I paid $350.
You still have them?
Yeah, still have them.
Okay. You wear them a lot?
Yeah, I wear them loads.
What's been your biggest flip? Like as far as
Biggest
reselling?
flip? Well, because I only started about a couple months ago, probably Yeezys.
Okay.
So I got them for like a steal. I got them for £100.
Okay.
And legit checked, and then sold them for $280.
That's a nasty come up. How long did that take you?
About a couple weeks.
Okay. Now, what's been your biggest loss? What's been your biggest L?
Biggest L. Well, I bought a pair of Yeezy Beluga 2.0s last
Okay.
year, and then I thought they were a really good price, but it turns out I just had to sell them and lose money.
How much did you lose?
Like £30. So
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's not that bad of an. I've taken some pretty bad ones. What do you think is unique about Sneakercon?
Sneaker. Well, I think it's a place where literally anyone can come really easily, and it's just like a great place with all the sneaker community and fashion to all like everyone's looking at people's shoes and looking what they're wearing. I think it's just a great place.
Dope. What's the best experience you've ever had at Sneakercon?
Well, I was last year at Sneakercon where I had saved up for quite long and I bought these pair of off-white Prestos.
Man, you've had some good pickups as well. I didn't have any of these shoes, type of shoes at your age, man. You're like, he's like leaps and bounds over everybody else. How has SneakerCon influenced yourself in the sneaker culture?
Well, it was how I got introduced to the whole sneaker world because my friend said check out some YouTubers like you, Kais, and a couple others. Started watching them, and then I went to my first SneakerCon and I was just like, this is definitely for me, and I just loved it.
Dope. Well, we're honored to have you here, man. I appreciate your time. Have fun in there, okay? Give them a follow. What do you think is unique about SneakerCon? What is it about SneakerCon that motivated you to come?
Obviously in sneakers, wanted to learn how to sell stuff, wanted to trade a few things, just come in general.
Right. Have you been to a SneakerCon before?
No, this is my
So
first
this is your first one. So far from what you've experienced being in this line, what do you think the vibe's gonna be like in there?
It's gonna be crowded and hot, fam.
Yeah.
Very hot.
I agree. Appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Much love. So first off, what are you guys' names?
Jack. My name is Jonas. Jack.
John. Ray.
CJ. Rocky.
Well, first off, have you guys been to any of the other SneakerCons before?
No, this is my first one.
First one?
First.
Second one? First. Dope. So what do you think is unique about SneakerCon that makes you want to come?
I know it's just a gathering of loads of people, and it gives you a chance to buy different shoes that you don't really get to buy.
It's people you see on the internet that you don't really see in face, and you get to meet them and have like fun and buy stuff.
We interact with other people.
You get to
Interact with other people, like train and stuff.
You socialize with like things with people who you have the same like
the same understanding. They have the same interests as you. Okay.
Like meet YouTubers and get better things.
Okay.
You know, you can come out, you can upgrade your stuff from what you already have. You know, if you're a beginner, you can come out and you can see all this new stuff that everyone has. So, yeah.
So, I'll ask you this because this is your second one, right? What was the best experience you had at SneakerCon last year when you came?
pretty much selling things, making money, profit, and yeah.
So you guys obviously see SneakerCon goes pretty much everywhere, right? We've been to London a few times, Australia, Canada, China, right? All over North America, right? So what do you guys think if they went back to China? Do you think it would be a good event in China?
Yeah, I think it would be very packed in China.
Really good.
Yeah. What do you think the Chinese people that go to SneakerCon, right? All the people that go to this event, what do you think that they should expect at the event? Like, what do you think they should get hyped up about?
Just being able to buy most trainers, because when you come here and you just walk past everyone, you get a crowd of people with some of the best trainers that sometimes you have to pay a lot of money when you buy online.
Has there been a Sneakercon in China?
There was one last year, and it was a great event.
Did you go to it?
I did go to it. I think what I enjoyed the most about it was that from a cultural standpoint, the collectors there, the sellers there, if it wasn't just the shoe, if there was accessories to the shoe, they all had it, right? And they told the story. All the booths were very well put together. The people were extremely kind. But you know, SneakerCon wanted to ask a couple questions to a couple cool people that are in the line, and they wanted me to be the schmo that comes out here and asks them, right? So, but I appreciate all your guys' time. You guys have fun in there, and I'll see you in there.
Thank you. Nice
Love.
to meet you.
Thanks, boys.
Bye.
Lip boy. What's your Instagram?
Eric Contoro. It's my full name.
Thank you, bro. Much love. Thank you.
Most hated man in the sneaker world. You already know what it is. My new title.
I could, congrats on the birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You know, it's dope to see your continued growth and everything that you've done. You paved the way for a lot of us to even have a voice, bro. But today's subject is biggest flip and biggest L.
Okay.
Right? So the flipped aspect of it could be one item that you sold for a large amount of money that you didn't spend that much on, or one item that you bought a bunch of, or whatever the flip was. What was that biggest flip?
Damn. Well, I told you my biggest one last time, which was the LeBron pack.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me think of something else, because this is kind of hard. The biggest loss, man, I think it was with the Cos 4s. I bought the black pair, which was friends and family.
Oh yeah, you did pay the dummy high.
I paid 4 racks, I believe. Because for me, it was like I had my car wrapped in Cos.
Nah, you needed that shoe.
Yeah, I was like, I need that shoe for the picture. So it was kind of like an investment. I didn't make all the money back, but it was a good, like, you know, sometimes you gotta spend money to make money, you know what I'm saying?
How much of an L was it at that moment, even though it wasn't, I understand what you're saying, it wasn't really an L, but when you sold it, what did you sell it for?
I never sold it, but it was
Gave
just,
it away?
It was more of like I bought it and then a week, literally like a week or two later, they dropped and the resale went down. So it was kind of like a loss, but in a different way. Like I didn't sell it, but let me think, is there I've sold shoes that I've paid more for that I never wore and sold it for less just to get rid of it, because like me, you know, I get a lot of shoes sent to me. I'm just like, I'd rather get rid of it quick. So there's not one that was like I bought it for like 10K and sold. Oh, actually, never mind. Change the subject. I just remembered. I bought the Legend of the Summer ones.
I remember that.
Bought them for 6 racks. Wore them once. The most uncomfortable shoe ever. Stiff as fuck. Sorry, excuse my language.
You're good.
Stiff as hell. Sold them for 4,000. So I lost 2 racks just because I wore them once for a couple hours at Sneakercon Memphis, which was pretty cool because Justin Timberlake's from Memphis, so that was the reason why I wore them there. But lost 2 racks wearing them once. That's it.
My biggest L on wearing a shoe after I bought it was it happened this year, Montreal, China Human Race, the friends and family one.
Yeah.
I bought it for 3,800, and people were like, "Jay, you're nuts. They're on StockX for 10 grand." So it was like what is that, $6,200 wear?
Yeah, right? Crazy. Happens, man.
Life.
Sneaker community, sneaker resales, like, you never know. Some stuff skyrockets, some stuff drops.
Yeah.
It's scary too. Jordan Brand, I love Jordan Brand, but they be throwing curveballs these days with these releases. Like, is it Travis Scott's coming out, Friends and Family? I don't know.
No, I'll tell you a lot of stuff off camera that I heard with that one.
Yeah, no, you told me already, so you
Yeah.
cut the cameras off.
I appreciate you, bro.
Got you.
As
Thank you,
always.
bro. Hell yeah.
gonna demask Yeezy Buster.
Jesse
Get ready.
gave me all time in Paris, so
Oh yeah.
you know.
We're just gonna demask you real quick for the
Okay,
vlog.
no problem. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we're not. So we've been going around and we've been asking all our friends and people that we know and influential people in the culture, biggest flip, biggest loss, whether it was one item that you bought a lot of and made a little bit of money. I know like you're not crazy in a resale, or was it that one item that you sold and you paid a little and you made a lot, and then what was your biggest loss?
Got it. Okay, so to be honest with you, I probably resold a total of like 3 shoes.
Okay.
Most of my shoes that I've received in the last like couple years, I've kept, obviously, all of them pretty much.
Go.
I'd say my biggest flip was when I was still on my grind. I still had a job at Starbucks, and I got a pair of Oxford Tans that weren't in my size.
Okay.
And I flipped those. I ended up getting them for, I believe, like 500 bucks, and they were dead stock. And I was able to sell them for like 11, 1200.
Wow, so yeah, that's $600-700 flip.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
Honestly, not that long. It was very quick. At the time, I was actually working like behind the scenes with this app that was coming up. And like, thank God I don't work with them anymore. But like, I sold it through them, and then for some reason it sold for a lot, and it worked out.
Dope.
But yeah, that's pretty much my biggest flip. And then my biggest loss is actually something that I didn't necessarily lose money on, but I lost the potential to gain a lot of money off of. Does that make sense? So like, I got the frozen yellows 2 months early.
Yeah, you could have cooked on that.
Man, I was looking at them on StockX and on Go. They were going for minimum $2 grand, and I got them for free. And I'm so mad because I heard that they were the most limited Yeezy, which they are. But like, people didn't really like the color that much. So I was like, oh, worst comes to worst, when they come out, I'll still get a pair. I might be able to sell them for 1,000.
Yeah.
Now they're going for like 400, 500 bucks. So I decided just to keep them, but that was probably my biggest loss in a sense. Yeah.
Well, luckily, nothing too crazy where it's like ripping hair out kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool to hear, even though it's not like crazy resell, like I do this for a living, to still hear about these great flips that definitely help pay for other stuff going forward, man.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you for having me.
You going to Toronto?
Of course I am.
Dope, I'll see you there.
Sounds good, bro.
So I got my boy Tony here in the building, London Sneakercon, and we've been going around asking everybody like what their biggest flip was, what their biggest L was.
All right, so for me, hold on.
So it could be one item that you sold a lot of,
Yeah.
or one item that you paid like the low and sold for the high, and yeah, whatever that L
so
was.
my biggest flips would have to be the Yeezy Butters. I've gotten 3 pairs of those.
Okay.
And I've sold 2 of them already. I kept 1. That would be my biggest like. I mean, I just had like a lot. I don't
Yeah, you don't
much,
resell,
but
I
I
get
got
it.
a lot of those in there. My biggest W, honestly, not even like this. I feel like honestly, they're not as exclusive with the Jordan 5 PSGs I was able to get out here.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yo, you know what's wild is that back home you can't find them, right?
Yeah.
We were in Paris.
Yeah.
Every single store had them. What you buy those for? You paid retail? for
Yeah,
those?
retail.
And what you sling them for?
So,
Did you sling them or?
Oh no, I kept them.
No,
I
you
kept them
kept
for now. Maybe sling. I don't know, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's selling in my store like crazy.
Yeah, and then the biggest flip this year, I would say. I had to think about something that flipped strong on. All right, it's not maybe crazy, but I got a pair of brand new from the outlets, a pair of Jordan 7 Pure Moneys for like 60 bucks and flipped them for like 160 bucks. So I made a quick
$100
flip.
lick, get back.
And that's not from a big time resale,
Yeah,
you know.
you
but,
don't resell.
You know, I got it out and the person was happy, I was happy. It was a quick little flip and, you know, kept it moving.
What was your biggest loss?
My biggest loss, I'm trying to think on that because it was something I bought this year that like went down in price, I feel like. I got a biggest loss. This is a weird loss. Teddy got me the
That is your biggest
Yeah,
L.
Teddy got me the Sean Witherspoons for retail. I paid him, you know, he shipped them out overnight. They never made it to me. And then I had to buy a pair for, I want to say 400, maybe. And they were worn once.
So what you paid between the two is what I paid for one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so I think I paid, I paid more than that. I paid $1,000 for my first pair.
But you got them like 70,000 years early too, though.
Nah, I got them when I got them maybe like a month and a half after he started, like.
Was that your biggest W this year? Because you bought a lot of those. And then
My biggest.
I mean, you remember you said that what you sold the most of, that was probably the most you ever seen. All those, you remember you bought all the.
I bought 117 pairs. I paid like 60,000 for them, and I gave them away.
Oh yeah, you did.
Through the scratch offs.
I forgot you did do that. I forgot they were like. Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people have been asking me, Jay, what's been my biggest flip? So, I could tell you so many different flips that are crazy. That are like, when I was out the trunk, my biggest flip was Toro 4s. I bought 78 pairs. I got 20 pairs at $20 over retail, and I sold all of them for $60 over retail. So on 20 pairs I made $40 profit. So what's that? 20 times 40 is 800.
Yeah.
Right? Then on the other 58 pairs I made $60.
So 3,000?
Yeah, it was like three. I almost made like
those are
I made like
days.
a little over 4 bandos.
Those are the good days when those Toro 4s, like you.
But it was work. It was like I think I invested about 35 hours into that move. My biggest L out the trunk was the following week that I got a phone call to pick up 80 pairs of Shadow 1s, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Let the streets eat.
Yeah.
And then that Shadow 1 ended up being like a $500 shoe.
Yeah.
With UN, I've had a grip. Like I sold 500 pairs of Legend Blues day one, like $40 to $50 profit every pair. I've had Gammas, like 700 pairs in one day. Like we've had some. My biggest individual one, we sold auto lacing mag for $33,000, and we charged the gentleman 20% for consignment. That took 30 minutes.
I think
so. We've had some crazy like
from like the overall. Like that the one we were talking about more like a year, the Sean. My biggest L though, my time would have to be, I bought the Yeezy 350 Turtle Duffs and sold them for $700. Like I bought them and sold them like the next day, fast.
And they're going for like at 1.23 bandos. It happens, man. Like I was telling Kais earlier, like the China Human Race, the friends and family, I wore them to Montreal. I paid $3,800. And people were freaking out because they were on StockX in my size for 10 bands, and they held at 10 bands. So that wear cost me like $6,200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I could tell you a million stories where I paid $400.
Were you a part of the? I don't know. Like, were you a part of the Calabasas?
I didn't get on that way. I didn't get on that way.
Okay. Because that was a big L for a lot of people. Like,
I left that alone. Like
Did you know that one?
Yeah.
That was $1,000. People paid $1,000 for that one.
I didn't foresee it, but we're at a point now where we're taking in so much inventory from so many people. It's getting harder for me to justify going out there and spending.
Yeah.
Right. Like a lot of these events you've seen, I take my team with me and I let them eat, and then I ship it back. So we're trying. Like everybody else, we're just trying different creative ways to get it done. Appreciate your time,
yes, sir.
man. I've seen you walk past a couple times, and all I keep saying to myself, how you found a pair that hasn't cracked on the sides is like mind-blowing to me.
Size 6.
He has the Chanel's inside. That's crazy.
I have a pair of size 6 NERD friends and family coming tonight.
Oh, wait, what?
The NERD, the black one, but with the red top. There's only like 12 pairs, size 6. That's crazy. Those are in great condition. I've had a lot of those. Size 6,
Yeah, I got them in Flight Club in LA too. For like a fair price, I paid like 1.1.
That's really good.
They came with a box.
That's even better. Keep doing your thing, brother. So yo, I'm here with my boy Chase. owner of Royal One and Mag Park Vegas. And like you've seen in some of the video already, we're asking biggest flips, biggest loss.
Biggest flip would probably be heading out to Hong Kong Sneakercon. We did really well. We did 72,000 US at that show. Shipped in a bunch of shoes from Vegas.
How much did you pay for those shoes?
Our profit margin was around 30% when it was all said and done, including the trip.
So in 7 hours,
21 grand, something like that.
In 7 hours, you made 21,000. What was your biggest loss?
Biggest loss was I invested a little bit too much money in Bape NMDs after they came out, and then they went down.
How much did you lose?
Like 10 grand on that.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, you made it up, so you still made 11,000
Yeah,
between China, so you're straight.
Now we can go play blackjack.
I don't know where you're playing blackjack. I'm playing minimum wage tables, man.
$5 table.
I play $5 tables. I ain't got it like you. Give Chase a follow, please.
Please.
His Instagram's right here.
Chase Briner, and then the YouTube's the same, Chase Briner.
So Sneakercon London is pretty much a wrap, and for a week I've been trying to sit down with Chris and actually interview Chris for a couple of things. We didn't really get to do it, but we're here at my hotel room before we go grab a bite to eat, because I gotta pack and be at the airport we gotta leave at 4 in the morning. But Chris, what was your biggest flip, and whether it was one item that you sold for a lot of money or one item that you bought a bunch and sold a lot of and made a lot of money? Which one was it for you?
So for the biggest flip, it was the Max 16.
The 2016 Max?
2016 Max, yes. I sold for 50K.
You sold for 50,000?
Yes.
What did you pay for?
I paid 21.
Bro, that's a 9 for 30. You made a $29,000 flip. How long did it take?
It took a week.
A week.
I had the guys on Twitter. He got reposted by Complex Sneakers, if I remember. And then I texted him. He said, "Oh, I got a lot of message, blah blah blah." And he said, "Oh, but I know your name. I follow you already on Instagram, so."
You're cool, yeah.
You're cool. Let's have a deal. Then we started to bid, and then I said, "Yo, my last offer is 21. What we do?" He said, "Okay, there you go. It's for you." So I got some help from friends who bring me the cash at the airport, where his dad was a official policeman. So it was a cool deal and safe deal.
Crazy. Now, in the same token, right, as resellers, you've been selling a long time now, yeah? How long you been selling?
Been selling for 12 years now.
12 years. So in 12 years, what's been your biggest loss?
Biggest loss.
Like, what was the one item that you bought a lot of, you paid a lot, didn't sell it, sold it for less?
It was the Beruga, the Beruga 2.0.
Okay. What did you pay for them?
I paid it was 440 euros. It's like...
That's like 500, 520 US?
Yes, 500, 520 US for 200 pairs.
Ooh. And what you sell them at?
I sold them for 240.
So you took 80 for 320. You took a $280 loss on 500 pairs?
200 pairs, 200.
280 times 200. Wow, you lost 56,000 on one lick. That's crazy. But it also goes to show how real this could be, how real quick it could be, right? The whole point of the video, the biggest flip, biggest loss, right, is because a lot of you guys are watching and are like, you see people like Chris, you see people like myself, you see some of these other resellers that have been able to create an avenue for themselves and a name, right? And you guys are paying attention and you see us, with the new shoes all the time, wearing the new shoes, this and that, but you're not understanding the effort, the wins, the losses, the communication, and all that, right? And I wanted to show the biggest loss, not to poke fun in any way, but to get you to understand it's a business, and sometimes in business, you take a risk and you make a lot of money, and you feel like, man, this is gonna be great. Exactly. And then sometimes you make a business decision that doesn't pan out the way that you thought it would, right? The point of it is that regardless of what, how big or small that flip is, or how big or small that loss is, if this is something that you want to do long term, if this is something that you want to do to provide food for your family and your table, you got to keep going. You can't let that one move. Like that year that Beluga 2.0 is, that's recent, right? That was like this year.
Yes.
But you're still going to end the year winning, because you've done so many other moves. And it also goes to show that for us to be able to do moves like this, you have to build a lot of trust. That could take days, weeks, years, months, decades, 12 years in the game. I've been in the game 4 years with a store, maybe 6 years reselling. Like, this didn't happen overnight, where we're just able to go wherever. And it's people like Chris that motivate me. It's people like you that I've shared in the last couple of videos that are the ones that are motivating me, showing me how to do it, and also showing me, hey, it's okay to take a loss. It's not the end of the world. It can be if you allow it to be, but you have to move forward and keep growing. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe on this video for me. Back home we go, but we're coming to Toronto real soon, and I got a bunch of shoes at the shop that are waiting for me to get reviewed that I picked up while I was here, but they had been held in customs and not held in customs. Static Yeezy 2 is at the shop already. Yeah. I have the green NERDs that I got to showcase, and all the stuff that's in that suitcase. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. You ready to go eat? I'm ready to go eat. Let's go eat, bro.
Let's go.